Good morning, degenerates, and welcome to another episode of Boring Crypto IO, place where I read you the boring crypto news every morning, Monday through Friday, just so you don't have to. My name is Not Important, and I'm your host. Guys, today is going to be a little bit of a different video, very unpolished, not as if any of my videos are polished, but the lady and I are in Florida for the international, Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. Looking at boats because our dream is to eventually be on a sailing vessel, living on a sailing boat. So we're looking at some to eventually live on. So there's gonna be stuff in the background. We're in a slightly janky Airbnb downtown Fort Lauderdale, and she's getting ready. So there's gonna be noise and air conditioners and all sorts of stuff going on in the background that might be annoying, as well as I'm using a on-camera mic as my microphone today too, so I'm sure it probably doesn't sound that great. Outside of that, let's get into it. JPM Coin handles over 1 billion in daily transactions. JP Morgan executive. What a bunch of turds. Sorry. US lawmakers discuss digital assets, and the House gets a new speaker. Sweet. This is what I missed yesterday. I guess we have a new speaker of the House. Finally. And last but not least, Coinbase disputes SEC's crypto authority in final bid to toss regulators' suit. Oh, the SEC, you are a failing organization. Coffee break. Give me a second. All right, to the market. Guys, current market cap right now sitting at 1.27 trillion, still up 0.92% from yesterday, which is very intriguing. Volume is down 14% at 52.95 billion. Bitcoin dominance ticking up still 52.8%. ETH dominance still at 17.4 and 16. I'll get you that ETH transaction. Fear and greed pumping at 72 right now. Might not be a good time to buy if you use that as an indicator. I don't, but you get my point. Bitcoin right now, I know I posted a potential setup yesterday. It doesn't look like it played out. We are going to dive into that a little bit. Hopefully make some sense of what the price action is doing. But outside of that, per usual, let's blow through the top 100 and see what the outliers are. We got Cardano is moving late to the party. 4.8% for Cardano on the day, 20 on the week. Dogecoin up almost 10% of the day, 24% on the week. 7% for SHIB, 8.25 for Avalanche. If this doesn't look like a bull market, I don't know what does. 8.75 for Quant, 5.32 for Optimism, 8.86 for Arbitrum. Snap, still under $1. It's not a bad buy, guys. 6.5 for Near Protocol. Some things ticking down. Injective cooling off a bit. 2.31 to the downside, which isn't terrible. We did just... I told you guys INJ is going to crush it. Sorry, it's my bell of the ball for the next bull run, guys. For something... For a project inside of the top 100, it's the guy I'm looking at. Trust me, I got a bunch of shit coins that are my super degen plays, but for my top 100, again, I think I've said this before. I'm going to say it again. Me and the people who are in Injective are looking at it like it's going to be the Solana of this next bull cycle. We could be wrong, but it doesn't look like we're wrong so far. Something to think about. Stacks cooling off just a little bit too, 2.6% down to downside. I'm only reading those because they are to the downside when the rest of the market is still bullish. But look how hard Injective pumped. And I think I'm allergic to this Airbnb. My apologies. The graph, 10.58% to the upside. 5.7 for AXS. 9.5 for Rocket Pool. 30, Jesus, Gallo flew off the handle. Holy crap. Guys, Gala Games. 30% on the day, 60% on the week. If you thought Gala was dead after the FUD, you were wrong. I was wrong. I did not buy Gala. I am an idiot. Pepe's gonna pump. We all know it's up 90% for the week, 15.49 for the day. ApeCoin starting to move again. Anything higher than that? Higher than 5. Higher than 9.67 for GMX. Some strong tokens in the top 100, guys. This is actually really bullish. Look at these numbers, the top 100. Once we're in a full bull cycle, these numbers are gonna completely be eradicated. They're gonna melt your faces. But this is strong. This looks really good. 7.78 for Lunk, which I don't understand why people are buying Terra Luna right now, but or Terra Classic. Whatever, people are gonna buy stuff. Doesn't mean, you know, just because it's dead doesn't mean it's not gonna move. 5.66 for Rose. I think I'm gonna get a bag of Rose. I think I am. And that's it for top 100, guys. All right, Bitcoin yesterday. I post this in the community, the screenshot, and on the X. Guys, go ahead and follow me on X if you want updates like this. When I can't make videos or there's breaking news, etc., etc. It's just at BoringCryptoIO on X. Simple as that. Okay, 1 hour. Bitcoin. Bullish ascending triangle idea. Again, these can always break to the downside, so I showed you this, guys. Don't ever think that they won't. None of these patterns setups are always 100% bullish. If we did, I was expecting a rollover to that 33.033 and hope for a bounce there. If not, what I was looking for was to play around inside this triangle, break out, retouch, and rip. We got the breakout, we got the retouch, but then we just rolled over. All right. So we're gonna erase this. Is still in the 1 hour too, and I usually don't use 1 hour, but we're gonna erase these triangles. And I'm gonna show you guys what I'm thinking right now. So here's what's up. This could still be in play, okay? And sometimes you just have to do this with certain patterns. But, so let's give you the bullish scenario first. The bullish scenario is we're still making higher highs, okay? At least on the 1 hour. Higher highs, higher lows. That is the bullish scenario. So keep this idea in your head. Outside of that, guys, what I'm seeing that's not on the bullish side is that we're losing steam. But again, this money, again, of course you're going to see stuff, you're going to see money roll out of Bitcoin and roll into the altcoins after Bitcoin pumped as hard as it did. We could potentially see chop like this around this 34.5. Anywhere from 33, let's just say from 33 to 35, we could see this be our next sideways action for quite some time. That wouldn't surprise me. Just be stoked that we broke out of the lull that we were in for so long. Again, all I'm looking at is levels right now, guys. There's not a lot in between. I mean, we're hitting a local top. Let's call this local top 35.2. That's what we're wicking up to when this thing does move a little bit. I mean, in all reality too, if you want to play wicks, this could be your ascending triangle, right? Never forget, guys, these are all just ideas. Nobody has a crystal ball that could tell you what the price will or will not do. These are just ideas to set yourself up for a potential entry or exit point, right? It could be that. Either way, these patterns are good patterns. They're not terrible patterns, but the price action itself, the lack of volume, the slowing down of volatility is looking a little bearish. And I wouldn't be surprised. I know I don't want to sound like especially after everything we got, all the bullish sentiment we just got. I don't want to sound like or bullish. Yeah, I don't want to sound like a bear right now, but it's looking weak, and we might roll over to 33.033 or even back down to 31.795, but that's not bad. Guys, remember we spent months trying to get above 28k, and now we're hovering at 34.3. It's not bad. Let's look at the 4-hour and see what it looks like. See if I can get a better pattern idea. Don't like trading too much on the 1 hour. All right, guys. So we are getting we're getting a local top of that right at 35.2. What I would be looking at is to turn 34.544. This is bullshit, right? Turn 34.544 into support and hold, and then we've got to break above this 35.2. Not just wick, hold at least a couple of candles. Outside of that, if we're not playing the wick game and we're playing the candle game, this is potentially the pattern that we're looking at right now. Something like this inside of here. Look for that guy to play around, bounce inside here. Let me see something too. Turn this off. Go to my daily. And guys, it's only been 3 days since we pumped. I know as soon as the price action stops, everybody gets all like sad and oh, it's boring again. But we got this rip in just 3 days. Again, this is what we're looking at too. This is the nonsense that we're fighting, is all this. We really want to flip this level back into support, where it was here and here. Get out of this resistance. Get out of this level as resistance. I would love to see it break through all this, all these nodes here, and get back into this range. Start playing around up in here. Anywhere from, we'll call it 37.5 to 45.4, 45.5. That's not like out of the question, guys. That's what I would be looking for. That's what I'd be keeping my eyes on. Yeah. 4 hour. But that's it, guys. I think we've beat Bitcoin to death enough today. I was supposed to make this a quick video, but here I am. Per usual, guys, this isn't financial advice nor my financial advisor. I'm just some random dude in a room making YouTube videos. I don't even know how to trade. I don't even know my name. Who am I? Am I the drummer? Don't listen to me. But yeah, guys, that's enough for Bitcoin. That is enough for Bitcoin. See, yeah, we're rolling over right now. It might completely break out of this thing. All right, so if we do, like I said, look for 33.03 for bounce there. If we do not get that bounce, we could retrace this entire run back down to 30K. There's just there's no structure in here. There's no volume, lack of volume, right? So we'll see what happens. Okay, on to the news. JP Morgan Coin handles over 1 billion in daily transactions. JP Morgan executive. Guys, don't forget, if you've never been here or you're new to the space, you're okay. People are gonna hear you. And in case you don't know, my lady is an above knee amputee, so what you're hearing is crutching. She's trying to be quiet, but unfortunately, crutches are not quiet. If you guys are new to the space, this is your first cycle. Back in 2017, 2018, never forget that JP Morgan told all of its employees that if they were caught buying crypto or offering crypto to any of their customers, that they would be fired on the spot. While Jimmy Dimon and Morgan were in the background buying Bitcoin. Now they have their own coin. Will this probably make money for people? Yeah. Would I touch it with a 10-foot pole? Absolutely not. Fuck these guys. So, with that being said, on the news. The volume represents a massive surge since the latest update in June, with the company saying that $300 million was transacted in the 3 years since JP Morgan Coin's launch. I can't read this small. I have giant screens. I have 32-inch screens that I read from when I'm in my office. Not only am I bad at reading, but now it's really hard to read because it's tiny on my laptop. Takis G. I'm not going to... There's no way in hell I'm trying to pronounce that last name. Takis G, the global head of payment at JP Morgan, has revealed that the company processes over $1 billion in daily transactions through its digital asset, JP Morgan Coin. Speaking during an interview with Bloomberg TV on October 26th, Mr. G named three major inefficiencies, of the current payment systems: the speed of the payments, especially cross-border transactions, the separate movement of money and information, which makes it hard to track or reconcile transactions, and fungibility of money. JP Morgan is trying to solve these three issues with its digital asset, JP Morgan Coin, Mr. G said, adding, "Today we move $1 billion every day through JPM Coin for a number of large companies." According to the executive, the next step would be to create a retail version of the asset. While the central bank digital currency is one way to do it, there's also an opportunity for banks to create a digitalized version of deposits using blockchain. JPM Coin is a stablecoin pegged to the United States dollar at a 1-to-1 collateralization ratio, launched in 2020. Its only aim is to serve as a temporary vehicle for real-time gross settlements between JP Morgan's institutional clients. All right, conspiracy theory. We all thought USDC was going to be potentially be the backdoor setup for the CBDC until the SEC went after Coinbase. Maybe, just maybe, they got someone who's more in their pocket, like JP Morgan. And maybe this will be their setup for their CBDC, JP Morgan Coin. Again, I wouldn't touch it. In June of 2023, JP Morgan reported that more than $300 million was transacted via JPM Coin since its 2020 launch. The new data reported daily transactions exceeding $1 billion is a massive surge in 4 months. This may be explained by the launch of euro-denominated transactions through JPM Coin systems in June. F those TradFi guys. All right, moving on. U.S. lawmakers discuss digital assets, and the House gets a new speaker. Whoop-de-doo, Basil. What does it mean? With the election of Mike Johnson as Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives, Congress will once again be able to move forward on crypto bills. Yay! And there was much rejoicing. Members of the United States House of Representatives have chosen Mike Johnson to be the body's next speaker. Who is Mike Johnson? Mike Johnson. Who's Mike Johnson? Sorry. Who is Mike Johnson? Who the hell is this dude? Sorry, I was driving for 12 hours yesterday, so I missed all of this. James Michael Johnson is an American politician who is in the 56th and current Speaker of the United States House of Representatives since October 25th of 2023. A member of the Republican Party, Johnson has represented Louisiana's 4th congressional district in U.S. House of Representatives since 2017. He's 51 years of age. He's probably a POS. They usually are. I don't know. I'm being an idiot. How did we go? Who is this guy? I don't know. I gotta do some digging and figure out what's going on with that. Anyway, voted Johnson. Sorry. The second in line for U.S. presidency and a very powerful figure in Congress. In an October 25th vote, all 220 Republicans, holy shit. Why did they pick this guy? This seems weird. All 220 Republicans present in the House voted for Johnson, while 2009 Democrats cast ballot represented for Jeffries. We know that. Of course they would. The vote marked the first time in more than 3 weeks that the government body has clearly defined leadership. Representative Patrick McHenry had been acting as a temporary speaker since October 3rd following a vote casting out former Speaker Kevin McCarthy. Unlike other candidates considered for Speaker, Representative Johnson's views on crypto are largely known. Really? Because I've never heard of this guy. Many in the space had been hopeful for that Representative Tom Emmer, a local advocate for digital assets in Congress, would win the gavel. However, his campaign lasted only a few hours following a statement from former U.S. President Donald Trump urging hardline Republicans not to support him. Interesting. While McHenry was likely preoccupied with preparing for the House vote, Financial Services Committee Vice Chair French Hill led a subcommittee hearing on modernizing financial services through innovation and competition. The hearing focused on discussions around crypto-related legislation, including the Financial Services Innovation Act and examining Consumer Choice and Digital Payments Act. With the swearing in of Speaker Johnson, the House of Representatives can once again bring legislation to the floor for votes. I doubt they will, because we're going into the holiday season and the government pretty much shuts down. Lawmakers previously passed a bill out. Lawmakers previously passed bills out of committee, including the Financial Innovations and Technology for the 21st Century Act, the Blockchain Regulatory Certainty Act, and the Clarity for Payment Stablecoins Act, and the Keep Your Coins Act. However, the House may need to move on a new spending bill before November 17th because they aren't going to do shit after that to address a potential government shutdown. I don't know who this guy is. I'm gonna try and do some digging when I have time. Good luck. I don't know. Hopefully this article sounds like he kind of leans positive for crypto. We'll see, man. I don't trust any of these people. I really don't anymore. And I know that sounds lame and not necessarily anarchist, but dude, I think all these people want to do is just get paid, keep their job, do some shady shit behind closed doors, and make a bunch of money. They don't give a shit about us. All right, last but not least, guys. Coinbase disputes SEC's crypto authority in a final bid to toss regulators' suit. Coinbase says the SEC's definition of an investment contract isn't in line with U.S. securities laws. The United States SEC overstepped its authority when it classified Coinbase-listed cryptocurrencies as securities. The exchange has argued in its financial bid to dismiss a lawsuit by the securities regulator. In an October 24th filing in New York District Court, Coinbase chastised the SEC, claiming its definition of what qualifies as a security was too wide, and contested that the cryptocurrencies the exchange lists are not under the regulator's purview. The SEC's authority is limited to securities transactions. Not every parting of capital with a hope of gain qualifies. I agree. And trades over Coinbase are only security transactions if they involve investment contracts. The transactions at issue here do not. Coinbase claimed the SEC has undertaken a radical expansion of its own authority and claimed jurisdiction over essentially all investment activity, which only Congress is entitled to do under the major question doctrine. Guys, I agree with this. The SEC has been acting as a Gestapo against any type of crypto. Like, they literally wanted to just come out and try and control it all. Oh, they're all securities. We're going to control it all, which is absolute nonsense. In an October 24th X post, Coinbase Chief Legal Officer Paul Grewal echoed the claims, saying the SEC's definitions have no limiting function at all. Coinbase recent filing comes in response to the SEC's October 3rd rebuttal, where it asked the court to reject Coinbase's dismissal motion. Of course, they have had no wins. The only win they have had, guys, in all reality, is Library, which is very sad because that was a good project. But of course, they're trying to no, Judge, don't throw this out. We could potentially win this one. Bullshit. Sorry. Coinbase's recent filing. I'm just going to start over. Sorry. Coinbase's recent filing comes in response to the SEC's October 3rd rebuttal, where it asked the court to reject Coinbase's dismissal motion, iterating its belief that various cryptocurrencies Coinbase listed were investment contracts under the Howey test. Which ones, SEC? Which ones? And prove it. You literally have you've won no cases on every crypto you've gone against saying that they're securities, yet you're going to go after Coinbase and say that they listed unregistered securities. This is just another throw shit at a wall and hope it sticks roundabout way to go after crypto. good luck. You guys, dude. This is our government, y'all. Coinbase filed a motion of judgment on June 29th, arguing that the SEC was abusing its power, agreed, and violating Coinbase's due process rights. Judge Catherine Polk-Fela, who oversees the case, may ask Coinbase and the SEC to appear in court for oral arguments and then issue judgment on the case, dismiss it, or move it for it to be heard in front of a jury. Well, guys, let's look at Bitcoin one last time. I'm seeing a down arrow. Not a good sign. Ugh, told you. Roll over. Was looking weak, y'all. Was looking at the 1 hour. Let's not freak out yet. Let's adjust this stuff for the 1 hour. That would be my last line of support, guys. I'm not going to adjust this pattern anymore. If it rolls out of this pattern is dead. Okay. Let's see a 7-minute. Yeah, guys, it's just people are taking profits, man. We could potentially get a very big long squeeze. Okay, I think there's a couple things that are probably happening right now. People are rotating profits out of Bitcoin, which they always do, into altcoins, which is potentially what you're saying. Outside of that, we might see a small local top here where super late longs are going to get liquidated, and then we'll continue the upside. That's kind of where my head's at with what I'm seeing. But again, levels are what they are, guys. That's what I see. If we break out of this, I'll be honest, you have a potential. I would say you have potential to get stopped or caught, get a bounce. Right around here. Right around 33.6-ish. Right. Just make that one red. This will be your last line of support. I mean, you might get a bounce here. I doubt it, though. If this completely breaks out of this pattern, I would look for a potential bounce here. Fingers crossed. Worst case scenario, we're going down to 33. If we roll over that, these are your levels: 31,795 and 30,800. Again, we've seen it happen a million times. This entire run could retrace, guys. Do not be surprised if it does. Take some damn profits. All right, guys. But outside of that, I apologize for the wonky videos you're going to get for the next probably about a week or so, because that's how long we're down here. I do appreciate you watching and surviving through the terrible audio and whatnot. But per usual, guys, if you do enjoy the content I provide for you here every morning on Boring Crypto IO, even when I'm on vacation, please, by all means, subscribe to the channel. Turn on the bell for notifications. Watch the videos. Share the videos on all your social platforms. And above all, if there's anything you can do to help the channel grow and help crypto expand, please like the videos. Hit that like button. Don't be a lazy liker. And I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. I am out of here.